Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Cards. It is Thursday, February 4th, 11/11. And as you can see, we're up and running with our lives again. So let me see if I can get to my comments. Hey, Ava. I'm glad you made it. Let's see if I can get in here. Hang on just one second. Lives again. And I will get started. Good morning, Will. Good morning, sis. Everybody hear me okay and everything? Finally figured out a way to get the green screen to go away. So I am joining you from a cold, snowy morning here in West Virginia. Today I'm working out of my Peeps cup that I got at the Peeps store when we lived in Maryland. So I keep having to warm it up because it's so cold outside. Peeps cup, and I'm brewing Pete's Holiday. I don't remember what it was called. We're back in Kansas, huh? Bye-bye Oz. Yep, that is true. So let's just get started here. Let me know how you guys are doing today and what you're feeling like this week. How has this week felt? Oh, another thing is a friend of mine lives in Hawaii and she was posting pictures of snow in Hawaii. And maybe that happens sometimes way up on the mountains, but I don't know. I don't know that much about Hawaii's weather, but that sounded crazy to me. So last week when I came on, we had a little bit of trouble seeing things. But that's, I think I was also having a little trouble at the beginning of the week seeing things clearly. So it wasn't that far off. But what I did miss out on showing you was some of these pieces that are in the store. So I'm going to start off by showing you some of these. So this is citrine, which is actually one of my very favorites. It's got that yellow. This one is really nice too because it's almost a tower, but it's raw also. So it's not like it's been formed into one, but it does stand up, which means you could set it up on your shelf that way, or you can lay it down so you can see this whole side of yellow. And of course, as I move it around, it makes it a little, I don't know if I can get it underneath. There we go. Get it away just a little bit. It wants to focus on the other one. It's a really beautiful piece. And actually citrine, I'll prove it to you. That's one of my favorites because it's one of my malas that I have is all made out of citrine and actually has a piece of citrine on the end that was made for me by my friend Michelle. And the other piece we have is this brown argonite, which is really, I used to be just into the raw gems. And then as time has gone on, I'm kind of fascinated by some of these. This is called a palm stone because it fits right in your palm and you can really hold onto it and it just feels nice and cold. And but this one is really awesome because you could see all these layers, which sort of reminds me of when I took geology in college and about sort of the layers of as time goes on and what the conditions this rock itself was in. And there's a lot of really interesting information about argonite out there. And we only have one of these available on the site right now, but it's a really awesome, heavy, just a really great piece. So I wanted to make sure I showed that to you because those are the ones we had up last week. but you weren't able to see anything. So we've got a bunch of other ones, and I'll try to start showing them as time goes on. Each reading will pull out some more so you could see them. I wanted to remind you that there are a couple that are still available from the last live, the one that you could actually see, were these really beautiful pyrite pieces. Look how sparkly those are. So these are definitely still available, both of these, and they're really, so this one's got one side that's really tiny, sparkly, and then the other side has got those bigger facets on it. And then this one is mostly all the larger facets, but both of these are really amazing. Along with that, we also have this quartz piece, and I was trying to practice before I came on to see like the best way to really show you guys this one. And I think, let me move this one out of the way so it doesn't try to focus there. If I can get it in the picture, right? There we go. Just gotta have it far enough away, but close enough. That's where I want to focus in on all the, you can see all the terminations on this piece as you go around. It's a pretty large piece of quartz too. So we had that other point, but this one's more of a cluster of a bunch of points, but it's really a cool piece. If you're interested, that one's also on the website. And let's get started. So if you're new here, we had our little show and tell with our crystals there. We will be using the Entrepreneur Oracle deck, which is designed to help you move through emotions that come up, whether it's in your business or your life or things you're dealing with. It's a 44 card deck, full color cards. With a 138-page guidebook. And the guidebook is really awesome because every single card is outlined in the book. So it'll give you a little more insight, but also some, I guess you could call them activities to help you navigate through the emotions that you're feeling. And those are designed in different ways too. So there's one that's a more practical way. So if you are a person that would rather have to-dos or lists, there's a great exercise for that. But if you're someone that needs something a little more open or free or creative, there's also exercises for that. So let me just get back on here. And as you'll see in the background, with every purchase, you get the free companion journal that helps you outline your reading. So you would put in the date, time, the mood you're in, and sort of the questions or concerns you're bringing to the deck. So this one is the example that comes on the journal. What should I be focusing on? And am I headed in the right direction? And then you go ahead and pick your 3 cards, or you pick one. It's up to you. And then from there, you make your insights about the cards you have chosen. So last week, what we were going to do is go through my own. So last week, I was feeling anxious and overwhelmed. And my questions were, why do I cause overwhelm? How can I change my perspective this week? And what am I missing? So the card I chose last week was giving. And I'd like to know if any of you went and chose a card, whether it was in your actual deck, or if you went online and use the card picker. So let me know in the comments and I will pull out the giving card so we can revisit that. And I could tell you sort of what I'm thinking about that one. So let me just refresh my comments here. That seems to be moving just a little slow. Let me know in the comments if you've picked your card earlier in the week. And if you haven't, that's okay. Remember, you can go to entrepreneurauracle.com, and at the very bottom in the footer, that's where you get access to the card picker. So all you have to do is put in your email, press the button, and it'll take you right to the page. And so you'll make a screenshot, or depending on if you're on your phone, that makes it really easy. But you can also do screenshots on your desktop if that's what you're using. You will just do it the same way you would want to pick a card. You know, you can just think about what it is you're concerned, or if you don't even want to do that, like whatever you pick is going to be the right card for you. So the beginning of the week when I was feeling overwhelmed, I realized, I realized even as I was asking the questions that I was causing myself my own overwhelm and concern, because as I got up and I had all these things in my head about what I needed to do, I made it into a chore rather than the enjoyment when I'm actually doing the things. So that was the insight I got from my card during the week. And once I saw that, it sort of lightened everything up. So it was like I had a choice of how I wanted my week to feel. Did I want it to feel overwhelming, or did I want it to feel open and free and fun? So we all can control our own perception and our shifts in perception in that way. Good morning, Shelly. Good morning, Marin and Ava. Sissy, you chose commitment. That's a good one. I know you've gotten that one before. Marin, you chose freedom. That's also a great one. And Ava chose aligned. And I think, yeah, those are really awesome ones. When you picked your cards, if you did, how did it feel to you? Did it feel familiar? Did it feel, did you understand where it was going? Do you have any questions? You can let me know in the comments. But I'd like to do some follow-ups, especially for those that chose a card at the beginning of the week. Let's choose a follow-up card for you. So we'll start with Sissy, because you chose the commitment card earlier in the week. So let me actually pull out the commitment card. So I like to see them all visually next to each other. And when I draw the second card for you, it will expand upon that one. So here's the commitment card. You are the creator of rules and boundaries, which is a great one. So this commitment card, to me, when most people think of commitment, they think of your commitment to other people. And for me, and in this deck, really, this is the commitment to yourself. So it could be a commitment to someone else, but it's of your choosing, of your rules, of your boundaries. So the commitment isn't to other people, it's actually to yourself. So Sissy, let's choose a follow-up card for you today. And here we go. Yours is alone, which is another great one. You are never alone, not really. So this is probably good for everyone right now, right? As we're all feeling like we have to stay away from our family and friends. We all feel a little alone, but this card is a reminder that we're never really alone. There's always someone, and thanks to Zoom, Facebook, all the social media, we can always connect with other people. I just want to read a little bit more on that one. Alone, in tandem, together, separate. These are words that refer to a human condition. You and I are one. We are source energy, a universal force found in all living beings. It is in our nature to share the same spirit, guides, and love. The divine spirit is part of you, as are your guides and our love. Therefore, you are never alone, not really, not in the divine sense. When you perceive that you are working alone and feel isolated, reach deep into your heart, soul, consciousness, and seek solace in the divine community. Spend time in prayer, speak your needs, search for guidance. The energy that we share will point you in the direction of the experiences, people, and things you need for your success on the human platform. So when you say, don't do it alone, meaning your work, we agree. Do your work in concert with all of us who share the same energy, and we will show you how to do the tasks you create on the physical realm and what tasks you invite others to do with you there. We know you mean in human form, and we correct you now and thusly. You are never alone, and you never do it alone, even when that perception is in your mind. So, there you go. We are never alone. I think in your case, Sissy, with this commitment card, sometimes when we create the boundaries and the rules, it could sometimes feel like we're alone, sort of like we are moving away from our tribe or the sort of regular rules and situations people are in. So I think that's where that one is coming from. So Marin, you chose freedom. Let me pull that one out for you. Freedom. You are free to choose your life, reactions, and replies to the universe. So that is sort of reminds me of the place I was in at the beginning of the week, meaning I had a choice how I wanted to respond to things. I could make it seem overwhelmed, or I could appreciate it and be grateful and enjoy the items on my lists of to do, which I actually enjoy doing. It's the overwhelm that I caused before. So to me, this freedom card for you is about where do you want to choose your path? Where do you want to choose your life and your reactions? And you're still really young, but I know you had a birthday recently. So happy birthday again. And let's see where we can go from there. Oh, teamwork. Each of you has a contract that you choose to subscribe to or not. But on top of that, this one, there was another one that flew out for you. Your influence is your power, like ripples in a pond. And that's actually one of my favorite pictures there. So looks like the freedom for you will be in your influences on a creative level, or what you choose to be a part of. So there's a lot of choices happening here, but you'll be finding your power in whatever that is that you choose to do. And whatever it is, it doesn't matter the perception of others or how big or loud or in your face, or, you know, sometimes we think of power in that way. In this way, your power is like ripples in a pond. So even the smallest little movements and influence can really put your power forth. So find some good people to work with and focus on your strengths, and that is where your power will be. So there you go for that one. I'm going to put some of these cards back in as I pull out Ava's Aligned. You can see that one right here. Aligned. Some will find great value in what you do and some will not. That's always a great reminder, because especially running your own business, which is basically what you do, not everybody's going to be interested, but that's okay, because there's so many people. It reminds me of, you know, yoga, really, because how many yoga teachers are there? And the reason we need all the different styles is because everybody connects with something differently. Think about books even that are written, especially like in the self-help realm. you think of someone like Brene Brown versus someone like Carolyn Miss, or, you know, everybody has a different style, a different delivery, and you'll hear certain people, you won't hear others, even if they're saying the same thing. So, space. It cannot be negotiated away, even and then expected to thrive. So this is another great one about paying attention to yourself, which is what the aligned card is all about. If you know who you are and you stay aligned with that, that's really the ticket. And then this space is having this space to look at that. So are you staying aligned? Are you not? We all get out of alignment at some point, and that's fine. It's just finding your way back, but you have to leave this space to look at where you are and where you're going and where you've been. It's not about always being right or finding the perfect path. It's about having this space to reflect on where you are so that you can stay aligned. So that's a great one for you there. Let's see here. You have any more in here, or if you didn't draw a card but you would like a card, let me know. Seems like we still got a few more people on here. And since I'm doing it through Zoom, I'm having to refresh the comments a little bit on Facebook. So, which is fine. We've got the brown Argonite Palm Stone still available on the website, and the link is available in the chat. Same for this amazing citrine piece. It's always hard for me to get rid of the citrine. And then this really great piece of quartz. So many terminations on it. I wish I could get just the right angle on there, but that's a pretty large, heavy piece there. And then, of course, these sparkly, amazing pyrite pieces. All those available on the store, along with some other ones. The rose quartz sold out, but we still have a tiger's eye. We've got some sodalite. We've got some hematite. We've got a bunch of different things, and I'll keep showing those as we go on. Thank you, Mary. Mary, good to have you here. I'd love to pull a card for you, Mary. I know you joined us last time, but we had a green screen, so we weren't really able to show you what we were working with. So move these out of the way. And if you're just joining us, remember entrepreneurauracle.com, that's where you can get this deck. And, you know, the deck is a tool. And this card particularly is, I took this photo in the Galapagos when we were visiting a volcano there. And it was all the layers of the lava that had melted and created this almost porous, really light, but also like wavy, it still looked like it was moving sort of material. Tools, some you have, some you learn, some you pay others to provide for you. So this is a great card because it touches on, could be tools, could be skills, could be items you have, but the reminder in there, sometimes we need others to do it. And the tool could be money to help pay for someone else's services, or the tool could be, I don't know, learning how to create a website, or it could be tools like compassion, understanding, empathy, whatever that is. And then sometimes you need other people for all of those things. So it's important to remember there are many tools, and we don't have all the tools, and we're not supposed to have all the tools, because in the human experience, we're supposed to have other people. We're supposed to be able to receive and ask for help. And the tools we use won't be limited if we are open to getting help from others. So Mary, I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, you can get your deck online, entrepreneurauracle.com. And if you have any questions about the cards, let me know in the comments, or contact anytime. You're welcome, Mary. Good to see you here. Miss all my Ormond people. If there is anyone else that would like a card, otherwise, let's just look at some more of the cards. So we've seen some of these. Learn, experience, answers, trust, vibration, progress, stay. That's exactly how it looks outside right now. Projections, time, sit, research, path, channel, patience, why, supplies, this or that, thoughts, commitment, alone, people, love, partners, freedom, waiting, reassurance, value, giving, clients, motivation, billing, help, power, completion, create, contacts, teamwork, process, different, justify, and expectations. So that's all 44 of the cards, and you can see more photos and learn how to use them, entrepreneurauracle.com. And I hope you all run out and buy a deck, whether it's for you or someone you love. It makes a great gift for not just business owners, but people working from home or people already back at their jobs. If you're trying to work from home, if you're trying to teach your kids from home, it's helpful in all these situations, especially right now as emotions still remain high, and it could be overwhelming not knowing what's coming next or where it's going, or just feeling sort of out of sorts. So it's a tool we created that worked for me, so I knew I had to get it out to all of you. So thank you for joining me again today, and I really appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your February 4th, and I will see you on Monday. Hope you have a great day and talk soon. Bye, everyone.